Hey guys, Happy New Year! For my first New Year flight, I found this really nice field to first fly my BETA95 V2, which I was building last year. In this first flight, I accidentally crashed it in the end and destroyed it to my surprise. The crash seemed to have fried the ESC or damaged the flight controller or the mainboard in some other way. So what I did about it and how I tried to recover it, let's take a look after the intro. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. 2021 is here and I wish all of you the best for this year to come. For me, I don't want to call it a bad start, just this first flight was a disaster. I'm not a great FPV pilot and I'm trying very hard to get better. I'm flying here in acro mode and crashed my Cinewhoop, mildly I would say in the end, but it was enough to fry and destroy the electronics. See for yourself and let's talk after this first flight. Enjoy! And here at the end of the flight, I'm doing 2 flips and the second one didn't go very well. It dropped out of the sky, hit the ground mildly I would say, but it was enough to destroy the electronics. So I couldn't turn it on anymore and had to come up with a repair solution. It was really cold that day and the bottle of water I left in the car froze over overnight. But I don't really see a strong connection between cold weather and the destroyed circuit board. So I was wondering, how can I fix that? And since the BETA95 V3 came out I ordered the parts and decided that I rebuilt my BETA95 V2, converting it into a V3. So I ordered the flight controller for the V3 version, which is now integrating the flight controller with the ESC, reducing complexity and making the electronics simpler, more reliable. Also I got the propeller blades, and then looking at the frame, I realized that the frame of the V2 is built much heavier on a carbon structure, and the V3 has mostly plastic which is slightly reinforced with carbon. So I decided to go for best of both worlds and use the frame of the V2 with the better carbon structure and integrating the electronics and the propeller blades from the V3, having basically best of both worlds. And here we have the new frame from the V3, which I ordered because originally I really wanted to use it. Just after taking a closer look at it, I realized that the V2 frame actually meets my needs better. And I like to build with carbon fiber. It is a more rigid, better material for most situations. I guess in a Cinewhoop you could get away with using softer materials like plastic and slightly reinforcing it with carbon, but it feels a bit like cutting corners, and since I have the V2 frame laying around, not using it feels like a waste to me. Here we nicely can see the more thinner, only slightly carbon reinforced plastic frame of the V3. However, that being said, there's one significant improvement from the V3 frame over the V2, and that is the bottom part. It is doing a much better job now protecting the electronics from the elements and crashes wherever it can hit the ground, and that was very poorly designed in the V2. In the V3 this is really improved and a strong point for using actually the newer model and the V3 frame. Just since I have the V2 on hand, I'm using that one for now. I just used some electric tape at the bottom of the V2 frame, improving it in the way that no dirt or water easily can get to the electronics, making it flyable in most weather conditions. Here again we can see that the frame of the V3 is reinforced with much thinner carbon than the carbon structure used at the V2 frame. And here we have all the parts I replaced: the old propeller blades, the ESC, the old flight controller, and also the Crossfire Nano receiver was actually destroyed in that crash and not usable anymore, and I had to replace that. Here I'm now testing the motors in Betaflight, reversing them, giving them the correct order, doing the entire reprogramming of the new flight controller so that the programming in the end is exactly the same like of the original BETA95X V3. The first quick flight test in my living room was really surprising to me. It was much quieter and flew way better actually, I would say, than the V2 version. So there was something to the electronics, to the flight controller in combination with the new propeller blades, really leading to way improved flight characteristics. At least what I could see from that first hover in the living room. Can't really wait to get it out and fly it. Before I'm doing that, I will upgrade the cameras. The Nebula will get an upgrade to the Nebula Pro, and the naked GoPro I was building for the V2 frame will get an upgrade, and I will test the SMO 4K, which is the Insta product released by Beta FPV. Let's see how the quality compares to the naked GoPro. And as always guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your support. Like, subscribe, stay safe, have a great rest of the day, and see you in the next one.